What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are working on the Subaru today. Gonna install some side skirts, which I'm excited about. I've been wanting these on the car since the day I bought it. So let's get going. So for those of you new to the channel, this is my 98 Subaru Impreza Coupe. That is my kind of dream build right now. It has a Eg33 H6 swap in it with a turbo. This is the AIT 22B wide body kit, and it's molded on so you don't see any rivets. It looks like it came like that from factory. And since this was the L model Impreza, it didn't come with side skirts. I decided to look more for an L model just because I knew that I was going to be redoing the entire car, so there was no need for me to get a true RS. So that way I don't feel bad about destroying an RS to build my car. I can just start with an L base model and build from there. So yeah, but I finally got side skirts in. Here they are down here. Since the car did not come with some, I need to drill the holes and install it, and I'll show you guys how I'm going to be doing that. Yes, these are used pieces. That's why they're plastic, so they're not rusty, but they just have rust on them from being on the car. So first thing first, when you are installing these, is you need to see or understand how they sit from factory. That way you can install them and they will look good. So if you come here you have your I can't think of the name, pinch weld. And if you look on the side skirt here, there is that little lip on it. So if you take the side skirt and set that lip into the pinch weld, make sure it's all the way at the end. So you just set that in there and move it up. Make sure that it's touching on the bottom, and where it naturally wants to sit on the top is where it's supposed to be, if that makes sense. Because if you try and push up too much, then it'll be up into your door. But if you just go with the natural mold of the side skirt, it'll fit right perfectly. Let's see if I can, right perfectly. It'll just kind of lock into that place. And so you know that's where from factory it was designed to sit. So what I'll be doing is right there's marking. Put it up to there, make a mark where that sits, drill it. There are 4 of those that I need to do. And I'll show you the hardware that I'll be using. And then there are also on the top here little push-in clips that that go into the side here. So we'll have to do those as well. So let's start with the bottom, because I think that will be the easiest. Little intermission. New wheels. Not for me though. These are for my cousin actually, who's doing a 2011 STI build. He found these on Facebook, and my cousin's in Idaho, and he found out that the guy lived somewhat close to me here in California, so he had the guy drop the wheels off here, and then I will bring the wheels to my cousin next time I'm in Idaho, next couple months or so. So yeah, beautiful color, rays, made in Japan. So you know they got that Panda Bear power. Yeah, they're a very good looking wheel. A little wide for my car. Probably stick out a good inch or two, well, maybe an inch. They have a high offset, or a low offset, so I couldn't fully put them on under my car. I had them under there, but it's a different bolt pattern, so I couldn't see how far it sat in. But yeah. Anyways, back to the side skirts. So I marked it up, put the holes in there, 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 and there's one on the wide body kit, which doesn't look like it will be going into metal there, but that's okay. So now I have them marked. I'm going to drill the holes, and what I have for these bottoms are these nylon nut inserts. The hardest part with these is cutting a square hole. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that yet, but the reason I want to use these is so if they do strip or wear out, I can just take them out and put new ones in. If you just kind of self-tap a screw into there, if that hole gets stripped out or the screw doesn't hold it tight anymore, then your only option is to re-drill the hole bigger and just put a bigger self-tapping screw in. And then eventually, if that keeps happening, you're going to have such a big screw in there that it won't work anymore. So with these, they'll hold in there tight. How these work is as you put a screw into there, it expands these tabs and holds it in there even tighter. So you know it's not going to come out. And then if these strip, you can just pop a new one in there and you're good to go. So that's why I'm using these. So next I will be drilling the holes and figuring out how to make a square hole. So I got my first plug in. There it is. A little crooked, but that's okay. It's in there really good. I'm not getting it out unless I drill it out. Yeah, it's gonna work good. What I ended up doing was drilled the hole out and then made it square using the Dremel. Dremel's one of the most handy tools. I think anyone who's building a car should have a Dremel, just because you can use it for so many tight spots. Yeah, so I'm going to whip out the rest of these holes and see how she looks. there's the first half. It's amazing how much a side skirt can transform a car look. These are just the stock RS side skirts. Nothing super fancy, but they just have a good style to them, so most people keep them. But yeah, that was pretty easy. Now I just have to do the rear real fast. See how that looks. There we have it. A little dark in here, so it's kind of hard to tell, but they're on there. The bottoms are done. Now just need to figure out how I'm going to do the top clips. Just trying to make sure that the holes are in the right spot so they sit right. So I guess that's the next step. Alright guys, this is my solution to figuring out where to drill these holes at for these inside clips. I found screws that sit inside there where the clips go, and that way when I put this on, the screws will be sticking out, and then I can press them into the paint on the car, and hopefully that will leave a mark good enough that I can know where to drill. So that's my first game plan. Let's see how it goes. So I think it worked rather well. I made marks there, 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 and there. And I'm not too worried about where they're at, like side to side, just because there is this little bit of room to move around inside these grooves. So the main thing you want to be is make sure that they are relatively close, like up and down. The only really reference that I can think to go off of is this line here. It looks like this is the factory probably undercoating they did for rust prevention. And so if you're going off that, assuming that that's somewhat straight and level, all the dots should be about that much above that line. What I'm doing for these upper clips, I found these flared or barbed push-in clips that will fit into there like so. And I like this because since there's multiple flares on this, I'll just get in there. So since there's multiple flares on this, every time that you push this deeper into it, it'll stop, and so that makes it so they don't have to go completely all the way in to hold on to there. They could just go one or two past this and be good, or maybe they'll go all the way. It's just kind of, you have a lot of different kind of depth that you can use them for, so that's why I chose these. So I'll be putting these in each of these clips, and then I'll drill the hole out so it's as big as this tip. You don't want to go as big as the end of the barbs, or they won't have anything to grip onto. So just go the same drill bit the size of the tip. So it seems like that worked pretty well. Got all my holes drilled. I'm not going to push it in because with these barbed clips, so that's sitting in the hole there. I only have one in, and that's at a good height. I'm not going to push it in though, because once they're in, they suck to get out. So that's kind of another reason I want to use these, is kind of know that your side skirt's not going to come off, and you might not be able to get it off, but that's alright. So that is good. I'm going to finish up the rear, and then that'll be it for this video. Well, there you have it. That's how you install RS side skirts onto an L Impreza. It fits that wide body pretty good. One step closer to being able to paint. Sweet. Call it a day. Well guys, I'm gonna wrap up the video with that. I am excited to finally be able to get side skirts on this car. I still have a lot to do before I can paint, but I want to start checking things off quick, because as it starts getting warmer here, I will be able to actually paint the car. I'd like to paint when it's between 70-75 degrees. I think that will be the best temperature for the paint and everything, and since it's my first car, I need all the help I can get. But thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed, thank you for everyone who has subscribed and keeps up with the channel. It means a lot to me. And if you haven't yet, hit the thumbs up buttons. That really helps me out to get my channel to grow and get the YouTube algorithms, that's a big word, algorithms working in my favor. So yeah, we'll catch you on the next video. Peace out.